So, just before I started recording, I let my mother know that I was going to be recording so that I wouldn't be disturbed during the recording, and I'm 90% sure her response was, "Right you are." But I only heard the first two syllables, so I was just like, okay, I'm going to record now. Right you. Hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons back with some more Spyro 2 Gateway to Glimmer, except the gateway is not to Glimmer, it's to Aquaria Towers. Now, fun fact, and I meant to mention this in the last episode and I didn't, but Aquaria Towers, right? I don't know why I don't talk over those cutscenes, but anyway. So, Aquaria Towers. Well, you know what, I'll just let the seahorse do some talking first.
The funny-looking guys with the shock sticks have drained all our water. We can't get it back unless someone activates the switches they're guarding.
Well, that was just glorious. The enemy actually killed a fodder in the background, allowing Sparks to consume in cutscene, or whatever that could be called. So, Sunny Beach, originally called Aquaria Beach. This is its partner level Aquaria Towers. We got crabs, we got snippy boys, the wet ones, the dry ones, and spirit particles, and actual towers. So this is the level that is the exception I was talking about before. We have underwater bottles that don't move because they're not underwater. Turns out that even though they're vases, you can break them with flame breath. So I mentioned that that was an exception that was going to happen, and now it's happened. Now, we could go through here. This looks like the right way to go. In fact, this floor looks like it should do you damage, and it doesn't. But we can't go any further, so let's just boop the obvious. Witness the wetness! Yes, that is this level. This level is all about witnessing wetness. Also, there's a gate here, which is another thing that I've alluded to already, but we need 14 spirit particles. We currently have 3. So, for some reason, that made this go down. I don't understand. I don't know. I'm not really, like, I'm a little bit hard of thinking at the moment just because, well, I don't know. If I wasn't hard of thinking, I'd be able to think of a reason or an excuse or something. I will go and live in that famous mountainous region, the Range of Excuses. I'm just borrowing wit from Facebook posts that I reposted many years ago and that I've been reminded of by way of that on this day thing that Facebook does. Does anyone else, like, have that where... Wait, hang on, did I just do a full lap of this room? Huh. Where Facebook is like, oh, hey, you posted this some years ago on this date. And I'm just like, thanks, Facebook. It really means a lot to me. So, this in here, don't go in there, those sharks are instant death. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. If they come anywhere close to touching you, you will die. That was not even intended to be an attempt at replicating the voice of Yellow Diamond. I'm just saying the sharks are instant death. We can do something about them, just not right now. So just don't even try, you're gonna have a very bad time. But we did see another button, and I've been consciously ignoring them. Like, the logical thing to do would just be to boop the buttons and witness all of the wetnesses just to fill up the level as quickly as possible so that you can just get to wherever it is that you're going. But I like to explore the level while it's dry, because obviously child me would spend ages... No, child me would do the opposite. Child me would, like... What am I saying? Hold on, my brain is taking a moment to load. My child self would run through this level and press all the buttons immediately, get it as wet as possible, because I wanted to help the seahorses. You know, I wanted to be the good Samaritan. And so I never really had much of an opportunity to explore the level whilst dry, which is why it's such a novelty to me to be able to flame open those vases, because of course child me would just wet the level and then charge them open, because of course you can't flame underwater. You can, in fact, press circle underwater, and as you can see, it just makes Spyro blow bubbles, which I don't know how to feel about in the Unspeakable game in the Spyro trilogy, which is actually the 4th one, so it's a trilogy in 4 parts, that's never been done before, that there's bubble breath in that, and it's been legitimized. Well, in this you already have bubble breath, it's just useless, as opposed to mostly useless. Anyway, Moneybags, hello.
Hi, Spyro. You must be tougher than you look to get here. All the same, you won't be able to get past the metal sharks up ahead. I suppose I could let you borrow my submarine, though. For a modest fee, of course.
Why is it that everything about this level involves... This is the freemium level, except you have to pay to get into the castle, you have to pay to get through the wall to the portal to Aquaria Towers, and I have to pay inside Aquaria Towers. Well, at least it's only 100 gems. Fine, take it and buy a sandwich.
A pleasure doing business with you, Spyro. This submarine is 100% shockproof. I guarantee it.
That sounds like a lie, but no, it's true. This is a thing where it's entirely automated, you have no control, and look at those gems taunting us. We can't get them because they're protected by instant death sharks, but they're guarding a secure box, and that might suggest maybe a thing that we may be able to do to survive the sharks later down the line, but not currently. And I think... Oh, well, that was unintentional. I think it's dressed up so that you can't climb back up to the submarine once you step off it, unless you... I don't know, can you actually swim into the submarine from up here? I don't want to get too close, just in case you can. Well, that may or may not be a thing. Also, we've almost made those 100 gems back already. So, yeah, there's no excuse for not being able to... Okay, hang on a minute. This is why I wanted to clean out the enemies before booping the button, but momentum is a thing, unfortunately for us, and physics. But yeah, like, you've got no excuse for not being able to afford the submarine. I don't even know if it's... I mean, I guess it must be possible to get this far in the game without enough gems to buy the submarine. I mean, it's a one-time payment, don't need to worry about that. But I don't know. Like, I guess it would theoretically, like, if you just scraped by with 100 gems or however many in Glimmer, and then get just 400 in the overworld.
Our world is wet again. We all want you to have this talisman of Aquaria Towers to remember us by.
Spyro, are you quite alright there? I feel like this isn't supposed to work like this. Well, that just okay, you just sit on that face. Huh. So, I guess if you were really careful, this is a super flame thing, by the way. I could swear this one had like a weird symbol above it because you only ever get to see, like, yeah, okay. It's not the power-up gate, but the meter on the right. That has the weird target thing above it because, well, you only ever see it in its underwater form. So, yeah. Kill the metal sharks, otherwise, you know, down here it is very much kill or be killed, and that's not even meant to be a reference. Die, sharks, I want to swim through here peacefully. Now, I suspect there is a level somewhere in this game that has a skill point for destroying all seaweed underwater, where you may have seen those large strands of seaweed and I was able to destroy it with a super flame, or whatever the underwater equivalent is. I think there's a skill point somewhere for destroying all seaweed. I don't know whether it's this level, I don't even know if it's this game, and I'm fairly sure that there's a skill point for destroying all the metal sharks as well. For a second I thought the top of that standard was a gem, like how did I miss an entire 5-gem gem? You know what, this is probably half the reason why I keep calling beads gems in Kirby's Epic Yarn, because that's another Let's Play that's ongoing at the time of recording this. Okay, more metal sharks. They are terrifying, don't even bother. Like, okay, I think we're good. I've seen no sign of a skill point yet, so I don't know. Did I mention there may be an achievement, well, skill points are effectively achievements for killing all the metal sharks and also seaweed. Like I said, I don't know if that's this level, and I don't know if I even dreamed the metal shark thing, but I think that's all of them. Oh, we're still missing 3 enemies. I don't know where they are. Should I be worried? Also, did I weed a CC? I did. Well, it's gone now. I may have to sort of scan through the entire level to see if I've missed any seaweed, but first, you may have noticed these towers that have numbers on them. Well, how about we sort of go out of bounds and see what the crack with those are? I don't know, I've just sort of picked up on that expression and run with it. So here we are, outside the level, except, whoops, there's gems up here, you're totally meant to come up here. But I like this, because, like, if you're just sort of going through this level, then you might not even know that this is here. Like, you might go through the level and, like, do the full lap of Aquaria Towers, get to the end and be like, oh, I'm missing a butt of gems, and also 3 or more spirit particles, depending on whether or not it occurs to you to kill the robot sharks. So, I like how hidden this place is. Also, there's the king seahorse, the one who clearly birthed the others because males get pregnant in seahorse culture. Seahorse culture! Seahorse culture. do sea cowboys ride sea horses or sea cows? Also, there's Hunter, and I thought I saw a gem. Apparently I did not. Okay, Hunter, what is your anus deal then?
I've been trying to tame my new pet manta ray, but he just won't obey me. Hey, you're just about the right size to ride on his back. Great. Hop on his back and guide him through each of the rings of bubbles as it appears. And remember, he's brand new, so try not to get him dented or scratched up.
He's a manta ray. Only 2 stars? I feel like this is harder. Also, we're following a farting seahorse, just for your consideration. Also, just highlighting how many gems I've missed in this area so far, but that's okay. We can come back for them. Is there a second course of this that's even harder? Because I seem to recall this being harder than it is. I don't remember. Also, fun thing that I learned whilst in Sweden once.
Well done! I suppose I owe you something for that. Here, take this orb. I found it in one of my flippers.
Ahem. It's only the underside of manta rays that'll sting you. The top is completely fine to touch. Or it might be the other way around. I think it's the underside that stings.
Now that the manta ray's tamed, I'd love to get him into racing shape. Care to take him through a harder course?
This is what I was thinking of.
Okay, good luck.
It's gone from 2 stars to 4. I don't know if it's even that bad, because I mean, we've done Ocean Speedway, which is like this of this homeworld, so like how bad could it be? To which the game says challenge accepted. I mean, the controls aren't that bad, it looks floatier than it is. I think if the manta ray were to slow the fuck down, that would help a little bit. Hello, King. We'll get to you in a second. I don't know. This isn't so bad yet, but I think there is a time limit, because like the bubbles will disappear if you leave them for too long. Oh, that wasn't so bad.
Incredible! You've got real talent. I could use a partner like you. You can have the orb I found in my other flipper, too.
Who sold you these flippers? Christ on a cracker! Now, you would have thought that, hey, that's the big deal with this level, you know, we've got 2 orbs, there's a load of gems up here. We still haven't dealt with the king, though, and, oh, wow, 2015, that was 2 years ago. Oh, and now we've been flung far into the future. Okay, I know there's at least 1 5 gem that I missed down in the nether regions of this world. Hang on, where did I leave the king seahorse? There he is. Explain your thing, this is a very big thing.
The water workers have kidnapped 6 of my children and hidden them in the tops of these numbered towers. I borrowed some explosives to blast the doors off the towers.
So, that makes sense, I guess.
If you can make it to the top of the 6 numbered towers, my children will be safe.
So, the fun of this one is finding the towers and then completing them. Because there's 1 and 2 here. We've seen others elsewhere in the level, so, you know. You see, I was going to say, you know, they have electrical barriers, but I thought maybe the first one doesn't have one. Maybe it is as easy as it looks. Now, do they stay off once you've completed the tower? I want to say that they do. See, comedic timing would dictate that the barrier reappeared just as I was charging through it, but of course you know that because you're smart, lovely people. So yeah, that's the thing with these towers. They have waffles made of electricity designed to hurt you. Which I could swear they turn off once you rescue each seahorse, but I couldn't guarantee it. So there's number 3 and there's number 4, quite helpfully. Okay, it does appear that they deactivate. Well, I guess I'll just do another sort of cut around the level and show you where the things are then. Hold on a second. Okay, now I'm cutting. Okay, so here's tower number 3. It's right next to where you entered the level, so there really wasn't much use in cutting. Also, there's a crab. So that's where the 3 remaining spirit particles are. They're wrapped up in these towers. And there's number 4, which is just behind where we are now. And I do declare there is a 5 gem up here somewhere in the rafters that I saw. Where are you? I saw you, unless I already got you and didn't notice that I got you after I got you. That's also a possibility. Well, whatever. I'll check when I'm cutting. For now, tower number 4. Crabs and electricity, or just electricity? Rude. You know what? I'll just take the hit because I was doing just fine and then you decided to kill me partway up the tower. There's number 5. I will meet you there, and I'll heal on the way there too, hopefully. Okay, so tower number 5 is just in the second room of the level. You know the one with the shark pit? Just like, it's not a tunnel, it's just a pit. Well, it's in that room. Honestly, if you just go through the level in order, it's really not that difficult, and apparently I think that was the 5 gem I was thinking of, which I somehow collected through the wall. And these... there's another one. Okay, now I'm slightly worried. Well, those are the last 2 spirit particles, so we know there's not going to be any enemies in the last tower, so I shall just meet you there. And here's tower number 6, in the last main room of the level. I don't know if I've said it already, but I certainly meant to. That, oh yeah, we have, moving grills now. So maybe I shouldn't charge, that would be a good idea. So, there you go. That's this mission complete.
You did it! Now we can swim in peace. I heard that you were collecting these orbs. Please take this one.
So that's all the orbs. And we're still missing some gems, and I'm not entirely sure where I left them. Also, I'm going to pop down and get the super flame and destroy the seaweed up here, just to see if that yields a skill point. So I shall meet you back here for that. I suppose it's a good thing that the super flame has such a long sort of timer in this world. And surely, having to go out of your way to find all this seaweed, surely it must be attached to a skill point, surely. Plus I could sort of use the free heal, not that it's that big of a deal. Oh, there's another gem. Oh, there we go, that was the last gem I was missing. Well then. I shall do one last scout around for seaweed. Oh, there's one. And depending on whether or not that's the last one, I'll just meet you at the end portal. Yeah, sure enough, that was a skill point. Apparently I just have really good senses of what Insomniac thinks is worth rewarding. Now, I don't really want this to be a 100% run as far as skill points go, because some of them are really hard, especially in the next game, but, I mean, I'll do them if I can and they arise and whatever. Anyway, ending skit for this level. Go. Mistake. Okay, so for the first time in a while, or, well, for the first time since Hurricus, which is all of one level in between, we completed a level in one run. Now, according to my timer, I should really...
Well done, Spyro. Now that you have 6 talismans, this door will open.
I forgot that this took me here automatically. I was going to say I should end the episode, but I have stuff to cut out, so I think...
Okay, Spyro, jump through that hole in the floor to get down to Crush's dungeon. I'll help you by tossing sheep through the hole if I can catch them. Good luck!
I was going to say, well, there is time for the boss, let's go and do it. Now, I seem to recall... You know what, there's a cutscene, forget it. I had a story, I will tell it in a moment.
Before you get to the castle dungeon, Spyro, I thought that you might want to know how Ripto and his monsters arrived in Avalar. You see, last week in the winter tundra, the professor was working on some new super portal technology.
There. That's the last orb in place. Now let's see. All we need are some coordinates.
Yeah, how about 22475? That's my birthday.
No, Hunter, don't!
What?
Get off! Get off me, you useless buffoons! Why can't either of you... Where are we? No dragons. Wonderful. Crush! Go back and pack my bags! We're moving in! Say hello to your new king.
Professor, shut it down! Hurry!
Oh my, I can't see the switch. I think I've broken my glasses.
Crush! Go through the portal, you idiot!
Tell all your friends to take the orbs and scatter them throughout Avalar, quickly!
No! Go! Crush! Get the orbs now! No! You despicable little creature! I'll kill you!
This is bad news for Avalar. Hunter, why didn't you chase him?
Yeah, I would have gone after him. But didn't he say something about not liking dragons?
Professor, Could we catch a dragon to help us?
Yes, I think so. We'll need a world that has an alignment much better suited to intercepting one of these creatures. How about Glimmer?
Good idea. We better go right now.
Oh yeah, I forgot that there was story. Huh, because this is a game that has story, go figure. Okay, so, first boss. I vaguely remember how it works. There are buttons. I forget what they do. I'll just stand on this one and hope for the best. Okay, I jumped way too soon there. Can I just burp on you? Is that an entire possibility? Okay, so I mentioned before how my first encounter with this game... Just blame you, don't mind me. Oh yeah, that didn't do anything. It just sort of crushes his own self under fire. Well, rocks, you know. So, I mentioned how one of my first encounters with this game was with some friends who had a pirated copy. I don't remember the specifics, but I could swear the first boss had, like, the wrong name. Like, it named both of the villains, like Ripto notwithstanding. It was like Crush and Gulps something. Because the other one's called Gulp, by the way, in case you didn't notice. I don't remember I could have dreamed it. That is a semi-distinct possibility. An indistinct possibility. It's an egg muffin. Also, I don't recall this boss being all that difficult, and yet I'm just failing with the timing. Oh, you made a mistake by going that way, my friendo. So it really is just as simple as intercept him between fucks, and then flame him, and then he'll get angry and stomp the ceiling. He's one of those idiot bosses that never learns from his mistakes kind of thing. Much like the human race. Ha ha ha! Topical humor! Ha 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 ha! Not that I'd want to bring up any of that nastiness in this video, of course. Oh, come on. I hit you with my... I like how the, No, Spyro, you're too slow. Thing is, you're supposed to not intercept him from the sides, because, I did not take the angle that widely. I don't care what you have to say. If you go too wide, then of course he's going to go the opposite way, and you can't cut him off like that. And I'm surprised that didn't hit me, because, once again, I was steering away from him, you fool. Oh, and now the buttons sort of alternate colours. Now he has the ground stomp, and he does more of them. And weirdly enough, you're not stunned for long enough that it's not an issue. Okay, you're just sort of chasing me now? Okay, well, fine. I think you have to lead him onto a switch? I don't know. This boss isn't that difficult. Oh, you're attacking from there? Really? You gave me the perfect opportunity to strike. And I don't know how I was going to finish that thought. Just, you know what, just stomp on the button. How are you still following me? Land and just die. It takes 2 kilograms of pressure for it to completely die. And apparently he was just invincible for there, because I could swear I hit him, but whatever. That's not even me being childish and salty and a prawn. That was just... I thought I hit him, evidently not. Either that or he was invincible. 3 or 4. 3, 4, 3. Okay. Woof. Oh, come on, I woofed your booty and you're going to have to live with that. I don't even care. I'm not even mad. Come on. Oh, fuff your foof. Fuff your... Hashtag fuff your foof for great justice. Well, maybe don't. Also, just a slight mention of how Ripto is like, no dragons, I hate dragons. But isn't Crush a dragon? Like, a very mutated one, I grant you, but still. Anyway, that's the boss. Buried under a pile of meatballs. I guess I should end the episode after this, because I don't want to spoil what the next homeworld is. So, cutscene.
Now, Crush! You may have been able to defeat that simpleton, but Gulp will be more than a match for you.
Bring it on, Shorty!
Gulp, come here now! Destroy him, and make sure it's painful! What? The roof? Gulp, get me out of here! So long, dragon!
What a wuss!